What's up, good people? Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by letting me know where you're viewing from. What city or state are you viewing from? And let me know that while the intro plays.
Hey, poppin' like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rent do. Speak a little something that you're into. I ain't tryna hear about what you been through. Like hold up, say what's the hold up. I got the pack, who got the roll up? I'm tryna pull up. It seem like every time I show up, it gotta go up. See the drip, they see the glow up. Oh, now they know us. See, it's funny how my pockets out of shape, but I'm fit for the flex. Clear the phone call, hit my chick with a text. Parlay through the bird with my drip from the jets. Save a couple hundred by your with the rest. I prefer my reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Hey.
What's up, good people? Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me in the chat. Shout out to our channel members who are here with us this evening. Shanice, Rachel, Alice Blessed Child of God, Donna Hammond, Saint Center, B Hunt, and everyone else who is in the chat and maybe joining even as I speak. Also, thank you to the 90% of you who have said that you have liked and shared this video. If you have not, as of yet, please do so. It is free to you, but invaluable for me and the growth of these channels and these platforms. So it is greatly appreciated by me and my future generations. Your work of just a like will do more for me and many generations to come, didn't you know? Also, I was reminded by one of my great moderators, Shanice, that I maybe need to remind people that our text community that we used to have, the 312 number that used to scroll across the bottom of the screen and in many of the older videos, is now defunct. It is defunct. It is no longer available. It's not my fault. They wanted to charge 500% more than what I originally was paying for it. So, but thankfully, you know, with technology, we have other options now. And so we are on Telegram, where basically we have the same, well, kind of the same functions, but it's a way for me to send the notifications to you of when we're going live, like I just did for this video. It's a way for you to send direct messages to myself. The other great part about Telegram over our text community that we had is that it also allows all of you to communicate with each other in our fellowship community. And people are able to do it through, we have different groups. We have true crime groups, scamming groups. We got a Darius Crooks group. We got a Tiffany Henya group. We got a movie and TV show recommendation group, the Big Brother group, you name it. We got it. Whatever your interests are, the things we talk about here, we take those conversations over there. And I engage when I can. I engage when I can. It's a lot for a brother. But anyway, you can either scan that QR code to join us on Telegram, or type in at IAmVellB. No, this is just at VellB VIP for Telegram. But also our channel membership. I haven't mentioned that in a minute. We are back. I'm back to putting out consistent content. So those of you who want to join the channel membership, it enables you to participate in like one live stream that we do. It's like off the grid, unfiltered live stream, one per month. And then also we have special emojis that you have, and you get your badges. And of course, as you see in the beginning of the show, you get a shout out as well. So, all right, we got all the housekeeping out the way. So today, what we're going to talk about this evening is, well, just so you know, because I did on yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, that was that yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday afternoon. I ended up going to the Karyn White concert. If you are on Patreon, you will get to see that vlog that hopefully I'll get out by the weekend. I'll just say by the weekend. It's a lot going on right now. Y'all know on Patreon, I've been talking to y'all about it. But anyway, I went to the Karyn White concert. She was at the City Winery in Chicago last night. She has just started to start touring again after taking many decades off. She said she was raising her children. Also, she was a little afraid, as she said this on the stage, that she was a little afraid to come back out and start performing again because she was wondering if we would even be interested in her, if we would miss her, etc., if we would even remember who she was or who she is. And so she said, but she could not use that excuse. She was using her children as an excuse, raising the children. And now her daughter's in college, so she can no longer use that excuse. So now she's back to touring. She says, even the promoters were like, what she look like? What she sound like? I don't know if we're going to be able to sell seats for her, And she says, she thanked us because she has been able to sell seats. So it was about 80% full. She sounds amazing still. She sounds the same. She took care of her stuff. She took care of herself all these years. I think she's 58 years old. She still look like she in her 30s, y'all. I ain't lying. I ain't exaggerating. And she, she looked, and I was very close to the stage, so I could see her even without my glasses. Even without my glasses, I could see her. I mean, just flawless. She put on a great show. She sung all of her hits. The truth of the matter is, I think I only really know about 4 songs, like 4 that I kind of remember, and she sung definitely all of those and some that I wasn't as familiar with. But Karyn White is a part of my nostalgia, my childhood, because she was the second. Now I'm about to age myself, about to date myself, but she was the second 45 I ever bought. So whereas today, back in my day, whereas today, you youngins, you don't know nothing about. All you do is type it into your Spotify or Apple Music, and the song just start playing. That wasn't what used to happen back in my day. Back in my day, you used to have to go to a music store. Literally, it was a store dedicated to music. Oh, y'all like, what? Music? A whole store dedicated to what? They streaming the music for you? No, it was physical. We had physical music that we touched. And it went through iterations. It was 8 track. No, it was the albums, the 45s, the 8 tracks. Then we went to cassettes, right? Then we went to CDs. Am I missing something in between? But that's what. So anyway, I'm going on a tangent, and that wasn't even part of my notes for the show. But anyway, she the first 45 I ever, y'all like a 45. You put it on a record player. It's a thing that had an arm that you put on, and it was a plastic disc with lines in a circle. And it plays. It's like a CD with lines on it, and it was usually with black, but sometimes they was in colors if the artist got creative on you. Like Prince might have a purple one because he purple. Anyway, Prince Kiss, his song Kiss, was the first record I ever spent money on myself. It was a 45, which means it was smaller. It's like that's a little bigger than a CD. And I bought it for my own birthday. Again, I'm aging myself. It was a new song, and I wanted to play it at my birthday party. The second 45 I ever bought in my life was Karyn White, Superwoman. I was 10, 11, something like that. 9, 10, 11, something I had to look back at. But 9, 10, 11, something like that. And I bought Superwoman, a 45, because I loved the song as a kid. My parents should have knew something. Should have knew something. But this boy interested in some song called Superwoman to the point that he bought it himself. I think they were $1.50 maybe. They weren't over $2. I think it was $1.50 for a 45. And it would have the main song on the front side. You flip it over and you put the needle on there and it play whatever the second track was. I don't remember. Or sometimes just a remix of the original song. Can't tell you, can't remember. That was too long ago. But anyway, if Karyn White is in your city and you were a fan or you love her music and you kind of question it, well, I don't know how it would be. It's worth it. It's worth it. She puts on a great show. And she's newer to being out again, so I think it's only going to get better with time. It was worth it. It was cool, all that. Anyway, to our topics. That was not a part of my agenda. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about Temu Usher. There have been rumors about Usher trying to dupe the audience. And speaking of Usher, I actually am going to the Usher concert this month. So I'm real interested in this story. Like, don't be playing with me because I'm putting a lot of money. I'm actually traveling, going out of the state for this one. Don't be playing with my money, Usher. Then we have Judge Mathis. We know that he's been in the news from his wife filing for divorce after 39 years of marriage. We're just going to revisit it because he was recently interviewed by TMZ, and Judge Mathis admitted his fault in the situation, and he wants his wife back. So we're going to dig a little deeper into that. Then we have Tamar and JR in Booty Sandwich Gate. Booty Sandwich Gate. They together, they broke up. They together, they broke up. They together, they get married, they break up. It's kind of like, y'all leave us alone. Leave us alone. Y'all just deal with that on your own. Get that out of our face. But people are interested, and yeah, they got my attention too. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I don't think we're going to get through both their PSAs. Hers is a little funny, though. We might watch our whole thing. But anyway, we're going to look at that. And then last but not least, we have the Brat and Big Buddha Judy. And they're not on the thumbnail. I added them later because I have been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube with rumors about their relationship not being as it appears to us on social media. Like, there's trouble in paradise, cheating allegations. I read one article where it was saying they were actually divorced, and then I've seen other things that said they never actually got married. So, you know, we saw the actual ceremony, but that they're not legally married. So we'll see how, you know, whatever. Anyway, we'll show that. So first poll question we have for this evening, technically the second, is this is the wrong thing. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. First poll question is, have you heard the rumor that Usher used a body double at one of his recent concerts in this one was in DC, and they're saying he's facing some wild allegations of cloning after his recent less than stellar performance during the Washington DC stop of his past, present, future tour. People are saying that the concert stop didn't live up to the expectations set by his sold out Las Vegas residency, where he serenaded thousands of women. So we know last year it was going viral. He was serenading, random women, non-public figures, as well as public figures who would go to his concert. I think Kenya Moore was one of them we saw. Definitely Keke Palmer, because then it was going viral because her psychopathic jealous boyfriend. Well, I don't know. We kind of take it with a grain of salt. Some people say she manipulating him, but it also seems like he's a little off. But they back together again too, so that's a whole nother story. But anyway, we know that went viral, and then she did the boyfriend song. But Usher was definitely going viral. Had the his Super Bowl performance this year. I think I'm realizing I never watched it. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why I never watched it. But anyway, that was a big deal. So Usher had a great year last year. And with this tour, we just expected more of the same. Well, unfortunately, he's being called out for performances that are seem a little lazy, or seem as though they're so lazy that it ain't even him. So here's the little clip for those of you who haven't seen. I'm going to mute most of the sound because of the music for copyright purposes. But here is some footage from TikToker She.Handsome. I'm not even sure if this is the original poster of it because so many people are reposting it. But it started on this whole conspiracy theory started on TikTok. So let's take a look. So first of all, one of the things people were saying was, who that? Talk about some, yeah. Like that don't sound like Usher. Yeah. So I don't know. You can look at, it could be the sound system. It could be the sound system. It could be many things. I looked at this earlier this morning. I was on with our Patreon executive people, and I was looking at many videos trying to figure this out. I'm staring, I'm looking, I'm rewatching, I'm watching multiple videos, I'm watching ones that weren't the real one versus the one where it's fake. And it's hard for me to tell, to be honest, y'all, but I don't know. So here is a screenshot of this Temu Usher. And I was saying from the side profile, it definitely looked a lot less than not like him. I'm sort of like, what word am I trying to use? It didn't look as much like him. The side profile, the nose seems a little too flat and a little pointed. And he also seems a little more gaunt in the face. But when I'm looking at the performance from at least the angle, I can't quite tell. Then there was this one where he takes off the hat, because I was like, now this is, because that was my thing. I want to see him with the hat off. Well, when he takes the hat off, then to me, the shape of the head looks okay. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Now, I'm gonna do a poll question on that. Poll question is: have you heard the rumor that Usher used a body double at his recent concert? Oh, wow, 60% of y'all didn't even know this. This is huge on TikTok. Y'all must not be on TikTok then. This is huge on TikTok. So yeah, they're saying it's not him. Now that didn't sound like him. That did not sound like him. But based on what you just saw here, and I didn't do a deep dive, life got a lot going on. I ain't got time for all that. But do you think this is the real Usher? So based on the little clip I just showed you, do you think that that's the real Usher? Now, while y'all voting, I didn't see this morning, executive Patreon people. When we were looking at the different clips and stuff, I didn't see this. I wish I had, because we would have got a gag in. This is what I ran into as I was putting together tonight's show. And I was like, what's happening here? Know the truth, I ain't lying, baby. I gotta mute the music. Usher impersonator. Is this the guy? Is this the guy? Because with the sunglasses at a certain angle, with stage lighting, he might be able to get away with it. I'm going to play it on mute because he got the music playing the whole time. His mouth and except for the bad teeth, his mouth, except for the crack teeth, meth teeth, but his mouth and everything looks like, this look like Usher's older brother who lived a hard life, the one who went astray. Not saying this is his brother, but I'm just saying. They look like his brother that had a hard life. And the eyes a little bit, he could get away with it with he could get away with it. With the right clothes. No, I'm hearing nope. Hold on. Yo, you not with me, Shanice? Them teeth match now. Who is that, yuck? He is too skinny. I agree with you, Ruth. But what I'm saying is, if we put Temu Usher that we're looking at right now, y'all, come with me now. Come on this journey. Temu Usher. Let me pause it. Maybe it's the movement throwing you off. Maybe it's the crack teeth. Picture that right there, and let's put that in stage outfit. Put him on the stage with the glittery shirt, the leather pants, and a hat, and just tell him to do a quick two-step. We ain't got him moving a lot. We just got him doing some arm movements. He didn't practice. Watching Usher on stage for 30 years. Tell him put his arms out. Fire. Shout out to the crowd. Look, I can do that. You telling me Temu Usher can't fool nobody if he on the stage? I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, was this the actual guy? Yeah, I agree, Ruth. The nose is off. I don't know, y'all, but the people who were there at the concert were definitely saying, wait a minute, that ain't Usher. And they were there. So I'm trusting. It was way too many people. And what they were saying now, I even talked to my therapist about it. This is how big it was. I'm surprised 60% of y'all didn't know about it. Right, great value Usher, Temu Usher and Usher. Y'all so silly. What my therapist, this how big the story was. Me and my therapist was talking about it this morning. What she said they were saying was that the people who attended that concert was that Usher was there. Usher was performing, but they swapped this Temu Usher out during one of the sets. Now, what I later read as I was putting the show together for y'all tonight is that they said this Temu Usher, now, and I don't know if it's this particular guy, but it's another look. It's this guy or some other lookalike. They said he did the last set. And that's when they just noticed the audience was like, something's off here. So, and on top of that, Usher did have a neck injury during rehearsal a while back, and he even posted to his Instagram, and he canceled a few shows. He postponed the first 3 dates of his tour, including sold-out shows in Atlanta, citing a neck injury sustained during his rehearsals. According to people, the 45-year-old addressed the situation on Instagram, and he was quoted as saying, hold on, let me put the real Usher. Put the real Usher. I don't want to have no nightmares of that Usher. My hope was that with physical therapy and medical treatment, I would be able to overcome the injury and be ready for opening night. Unfortunately, the injury has not healed yet, and my doctor has instructed me not to perform any shows this week. So people were saying there's a chance that Usher was having, some kind of medical issues during the show. I could see it. Maybe he was dancing. He did the whole show. He got to that last set and he maybe pulled something, did something, threw his neck off or whatever. And it's like, man, I can't make it. And they's like, push Temu out there. And they pushed him out there and they like, do a 2-step. And he like, oh, I get my moment. Yeah. It's like, hey, they got, you're supposed to be singing to a track. You weren't supposed to actually be saying that. You're supposed to be lip singing. But, who knows? The thing, nonetheless, we definitely want Usher to be, at his best. We want him to heal. If his medical issues are so bad that he can't do these performances, I'm of one of the people. There were some people in the different on social media saying, y'all don't be so hard on Usher. He's human. Let him rest and heal if he needs to, and don't make him feel forced to perform and have fake Temu Usher up there. His cousin probably that we ain't never met before. I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm supposed to be going to see him later this month. And what I'm here to tell you, Usher, I know you ain't gonna see this, but somebody tell him for me. Usher, if you're not feeling well, I will not hold it against you. Please postpone our concert, and I'll catch you on the next go around. But please don't have your cousin, your wayward crackmouth cousin up there trying to fool us at my concert. Please don't. Please don't. Please and thank you. I'll let y'all know how it go. And y'all know if y'all know, if I get there and I see a fake Temu Usher, y'all know I'm recording it and I'm definitely going to bring it to y'all. I'll bring it live from the show. Here's IAmVellB live from the show. Y'all look at this Temu Usher up there. He trying to get us. But it's a lot of money in this concert. I think they said somewhere around $80 million or so, this tour rather, somewhere around $80 million or something. So, I mean, I get it. It's money involved in these promoters and stuff. They lose money when people cancel. There's insurance involved. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a fake Temu Usher or Sheen. Poll question: do you think this is the real Usher? Up there, 86% of you did not think that was the real Usher. Wow. Wow. So thoughts and prayers to Usher. Hoping you heal. Usher's another one. Nostalgic for me. Usher and I are very close in age. Grew up listening to his music and all. Next poll question. Did you know that Judge Mathis's wife filed for divorce after 39 years of marriage. Did you know that she was like, I'm so tired of this traveling Negro. I done deal with this for 39 years. I done had my babies. The babies are having babies at this point. They done got married. They on their own. I'm ready to live my life without his chaos. Did you know that she had filed for divorce after 39 years? That says a lot. That just says she threw. Like that, you did something. You did something, because usually you coasting by that time. Yeah, nobody's perfect. You're dealing with whatever you're dealing with, but you're not trying to get rid of them at that point. You're just like, it is what it is. You just start to count down. If it ain't that great, you just do the countdown. Like, what hell, men live to what, in their 70s or something. He's about 67. He ain't got that much longer. I'm gonna hang out in here. Like, usually you get to that point. If you like, I got to get divorced, there's something going on. But Judge Mathis, with this being said, Judge Mathis is still optimistic about repairing his marriage with his wife. He was caught by TMZ. To me, this clip I'm about to show y'all is kind of suspicious. They're saying he was caught by TMZ, but y'all know these celebrities do call up TMZ to say, hey, I'm going to be at LAX tomorrow around 10:30. I want to do a quick little interview. Send one of your videographers out, blah, blah, blah. And then they like, hey, Judge Mathis, can I ask you a question? Yeah. But it was all planned. So this felt like that when I watched it, but y'all be the judge of this. So the former judge wanted to eliminate any rumors about having a baby being involved, because there's been some rumor that maybe her icing on the cake was that that it was cheating allegations. There's been some rumors about maybe a baby being involved, that he pulled a Kelvin Hunter, like he did to Wendy Williams with Sharina. Thank you so much, the Original Mermaid, for your membership, for being a member for 3 months. Thank you. I love you love it here, and I love you being here. I appreciate you, friend. And so he's saying that's not true. Also, what threw me off if he was like, and the emming of a child, none of that is true. I'm like, who is accusing Judge Mathis of emming a child? That's scary. Have y'all heard any of those rumors about him emming a child? I hadn't heard that one. Anyway, regarding any rumors of infidelity, he stated that what created the situation between his wife, the current situation, is the neglect. That neglect can create suspicions. And if you're going to be gone as much as he was, his wife had every right to be suspect, which to me says this is around cheating allegations. He's trying to play dumb. This is around cheating allegations, whether she had proof or women's intuition. This is around cheating allegations. And the chances are it didn't take 39 years for her to first suspect or have an issue with infidelity with him. We're going to get to that part of the story in a minute. So anyway, let's just watch this. No need for me to regurgitate what he's going to tell us. Let's see. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this.
How are you today, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing
Oh, I forgot. I got to interrupt. This is TMZ. So copyright disclaimer. This is just for research purposes, fair use. Please don't strike my channel, TMZ, which y'all love to do.
all right. I want to ask.
I'm not good. Rather, it's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale.
I don't know. This just seems a little rehearsed to me, y'all. Again, I got to interrupt this because it's a TMZ clip and they real heavy on the copyrights. Poll question I'm closing out is, did you know that Judge Mathis's wife filed for divorce after 39 years of marriage? No, 98% of you knew. This was big news. The poll question I'm putting out next is, have you personally experienced divorce? Have you ever been through a divorce yourself? Just curious. I was curious when I thought about that. Continue.
Don't neglect your wife. See how many at the airport now, flying out, as I have for for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends.
Having fun with friends? What kind of friends, Judge Mathis? Male or female? Or both? Because some people be into some stuff.
That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to.
Never be too busy or have too much fun beyond your wife. You got to pay attention to what this man telling us. And you know, y'all know Judge Mathis, he an old school, you know, PIMP. Y'all know this. Some of us grew up in an era where we had some uncles and older cousins who got that same Judge Mathis swag. Like we can read right through everything. We see him coming from a mile away. He has that familiar spirit, that familiar. He has that familiar street spirit.
As you know, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city.
So I'm gonna read through. We hearing what he said, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm the translator. What he's saying is they were already having marital problems years ago, to the point that she was going to divorce him. She was saying, "You're gone too much. I'm sitting here by myself. I'm lonely. I feel like I'm single. I might as well be single. So let's just get a divorce." He like, no. Although I'm out here in these streets, I know ain't nobody gonna hold me down like you, and I ain't trying to lose you. So what do I need to do? Well, you need to be home more. At that point, he was still taping his show in Chicago, the Judge Mathis show. So they moved the show to LA. He go into the production companies, you know, he got some power about it, and he like, "Hey, I'm not losing my marriage over this." For those of y'all who don't know, this is my own script. He like, "I'm not losing my marriage over this. That we gonna have to move this show in the next season to LA. My family comes first, except for when I'm in them streets. My family come first. My wife come first. And she about to divorce me." So they like, "Okay, Judge Mathis, we love the show. It's doing great in ratings. We giving you millions of dollars a year, all that stuff. We gonna move this show for you." And then all these people got to move their jobs and everything else, or some of them just got left behind. Anyway, he comes home. He's at home now. He just working in the studio, doing the show, taping from 10 to 3 p.m., and he's supposed to be his ass home by 4-5 p.m. Then he started his excuses. "Well, you know, we got meetings, we got production meetings. Well, you know, this season is a little different. They switching up the show a little bit. Well, you know, see, we're in a new city, so we gotta meet with some of the networks." So he coming up with all these excuses. She like, "Well, you back here and you still ain't home." So fast forward a couple more years, she dealing with that. Then they do the reality show. He like, "Well, maybe if I do the reality show with it, spend more time with it, et cetera, et cetera." Next thing you know, she like, "This ain't working. You still on that bullish you was on when you was flying back and commuting back and forth to Chicago with the show. I'm done with you." And on top of that, she probably saw some hotel bills, probably got a random call or a DM from some Instagram model talking about, "That's why I had your husband." Again, that's my storyline. Don't interrupt it. So now he got caught up again, allegedly. And he's trying to save his marriage, but he talking about, "I was just too busy." Now you back still in them streets. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That's what your wife really wants you to do. Tell the truth, shame the devil, and be home.
But I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you took?
So she filed for a divorce on July 17th because she had been telling him to come his arse home. And he thought she was playing because she had given him ultimatums before. Probably the one where he ultimately moved from Chicago to LA to start doing the show might have been her third strike on him anyway. And she like, "Didn't think I'm playing. I'm finna go file. I ain't even finna have no conversation. Oh, you think you're gonna stay away for 3 weeks? I'm just going to the attorney."
Are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship, or?
Oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And
So, question is, I'm gonna put this poll question out next while he continues to gaslight us. Do you think that she's doing this as a warning shot, or do you think that this is a real divorce? So I'm put a poll question. Do you think this is, well, let me close this one out. Have you ever gone through a divorce? 66% of you no, 34% of you yes. My thoughts and prayers with you. Some of you, congratulations. Some of you, my thoughts and prayers, with you. Some of y'all like, yep, and I'm glad I did. Some of y'all, it was traumatic. Do you think this is just a warning from his wife? So do you think this is just a warning from her actually filing for divorce, or you think she's going through with it this time?
Trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that, though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will.
He changing, yet he's saying he on his way. Judge Mathis, you ain't doing the right kind of changing. Judge Mathis said, I'm changing, although, again, he gaslighting us. Although, a couple seconds before that, he was saying how he in the airport. He on his way out. He being flued out somewhere. I don't know if he flying himself out to go meet somebody, or if some, corporation flying him out. But nevertheless, your wife should be with you. The kids are grown. I know y'all got grandbabies and stuff, but I'm sure y'all not living the lives we live. So I'm sure she's not the daytime babysitters for the grandbabies. I'm sure they got childcare and nannies and everything else. So why is she not with you? She's supposed to be with you. When you reconcile and you're trying to put together, trust me, I've been through it. I've been in relationships. She's supposed to be with you right now. This only what, a week or two?
I'm gonna get my wife back. How about that?
Absolutely.
I just wanted to eliminate all them rumors too, that it's something about a baby or even me molesting a child. It's none of that.
That's crazy work. I have not heard that rumor. That's crazy work. This child allegation thing. Oh, I hope that's not true. Where'd that come from?
Just told you what it is.
There were also, kind of some rumors of any infidelity. Did you want to clear that up at all? You say it's solely neglect.
Well, neglect.
Watch this part. Judge Mathis, if you was on your own witness stand, dude, we would convict you. You'd be floundering. You are floundering.
Can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am, you have every right to suspect. You go to work, you go serve in the community around the country, then you go with your guys to sporting events around the country. You go to other events except without your wife.
None of his male friends are bringing their wives. Are they not married? Is he hanging out with single people? What y'all feel about married people hanging out with single people? Now, if you got friends, like I got friends, they not married and stuff, I was still hanging out with them, but it wasn't like I can't roll with y'all in the same way. How y'all feel about that? Married people kicking it majority of the time with single people.
Hanging with you and enjoying herself with you. And so, yeah, she would have a right to suspect infidelity.
But there was none of that going on.
That's not the purpose.
He said that's not the purpose. That's not the purpose this time. I think he said this time. He did. I think I cut off the clip too early. He said that's not the purpose this time in the longer part of that clip. What that tells us, Judge Mathis, is that there has been some infidelity. Miss Mathis, whatever's happening that you ain't sharing with us, something was a brewing. And she was like, I've had enough. And she went on ahead and decided to head to the divorce attorney's office. And I'm glad she did. Whether she's, I hope that they rectify this, especially if there's no child emming that occurred. Now, if that occurred, there's a whole different storyline. But if that's not the case, which I hope it's not, then I am hoping that they rectify. I love love. I love black love. I love love. Everybody love. I love rainbow love, any love. But I do hope that they, can fix it and rectify it, and he calm his old ass down and get in the house. Like, calm down. How old is Judge Mathis? Hold on, y'all. I should have looked that up. But I'm just curious because he's still out in these streets. Oh, I put Johnny Mathis. What is it saying, John? because I said, okay. Judge Mathis' age, 64. Oh, okay, well, he's still kind of on the edge because 64 today is 54. Yeah, okay, I kind of okay. He still got a little bit left in him, but you need to slow it down, Judge. You're 39 years. You ain't gonna be able to find love like that with these Instagram models. They ain't got it in them. They don't know nothing about no sticking with you when you get the ED, erectile dysfunction. They ain't gonna be with you when you don't feel like going nowhere. When you need help getting out the bed, you can crack your back. All that they not down for that. Going to pick up your prescriptions. They not down with that. You better stick with your wife. Treat her right. Poll question we're closing out is, do you think that this is just a warning from his wife? 31% of you say, yeah, she just warning him. You know, they've been together since they was in college. You know, he has provided her with a financially at least, a beautiful life, fame and fortune. But, you know, we all need love and quality time and things of that nature too. Money can't solve everything. 69% of you say, nah, she about to let him go. Let him go. Next poll question related to Judge Mathis closing out his statement with his mock interview with TMZ, allegedly, with him saying the cheating allegations or infidelity is not the case this time. Have you heard the rumors? Poll question. Have you heard the interview of Judge Mathis being exposed and by Wendy Williams for cheating allegations and a possible outside baby, and then him dragging her? Have you seen that interview? It is one of those epic ones. It's really on the level. I would say it's probably second to Wendy Williams' epic interview with Whitney Houston, where Whitney Houston, you know, Wendy puts her business out there, but then Wendy Williams lays in. I'm sorry, Whitney Houston, storm y'all. Whitney Houston lays into Wendy Williams. Oh, those are classics. Classics. Looks like the majority of you actually have. And for those of you who haven't, let's just take a trip back down memory lane. Because I thought it was entertaining. Well, you know, and it lines up that although Judge Mathis is trying to be like, no infidelity, like, no, that ain't kind of what we do around here. Dude, that's what y'all was doing around there. Well, that's what you was doing around there. So
in my book. Now, that might not be true according to you about this woman that allegedly you slept with. You allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to just let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me draw up.
And WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff.
Okay, Judge, you
wasn't even alleged.
Okay,
now, that's called defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, well, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay,
She said that she had an encounter with me where I was getting high.
Doing cocaine.
Doing
Brought to you
cocaine.
by
You've been addicted
Classic
to most of your
Throwback
life and
TV.
still addicted to based on your nasal passages and all these days you're missing at work. And going in and out of the bathroom right while I'm here in the studio. As I told you, I've never used
New York
cocaine
City, are
in my
you following
life.
me?
Listen, I've never used cocaine in my life.
Okay, well,
never in my
tell
life.
me what else she alleged,
So,
Judge.
She also alleged that I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it when no one else has even asked me about it.
Nobody else keeps it real like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio to go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
And if that's the type of stuff that you fuel on your show,
and
feel free to. But I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I also got it.
I didn't do it.
I also
and
got
I have
it from
nothing to do with it. And I don't know the woman, never met her, never used cocaine. Now, let's talk about fueling your stuff. You, on the other hand, have admitted to being addicted to cocaine.
Absolutely.
Secondly, you continue to show symptoms of your addiction.
Okay.
Lastly,
what
I
are those
heard that
symptoms? Tell me.
These nasal passages you keep coughing up.
And I did Afrin.
This eternal cold that you continue to have.
Yes,
that you can't have to come to work because every other week, and now you even stupid so low as to blame it on your baby, your newborn. How low can you get? That's about as low as you can get to blame your child for your cocaine addiction. Then, lastly, your bisexual activity. I'm sure your audience want to know about that. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure my husband would love that.
Yeah. Oh, he watches? Does he watch when you do it?
Yes. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. I didn't know you were that low down. Lastly, we can continue with what I heard about all those abortions. Like 8? You had 8 abortions?
Okay, so I just wanted to play a little bit of that. Y'all giving me some tea. I'm noticing in the chat that I didn't know. Scorpio is saying it's time for him to. Did I put that? Oh, I got the wrong thing up. It's time for him to retire. Yeah, it might be time for him to sit down for a minute, and well, not even for a minute. Go ahead and sit down. You spend time with your wife and your young grandbabies and all that good stuff. Don't blame her. He can be a bit much. Shaking my head. Yes, and I do know people who know him personally or work for him, and he's a tyrant behind the scenes, allegedly. I'm only saying that for legal purposes. But yeah, so I've heard some horror stories with him. So I can imagine, based on some of the stuff I've heard, what it may be like living with him as well. You can just imagine. Because usually when you see the worst of a person, the people who are closest to them get it a double dose of that. Because they usually take the person closest to you for granted. He categorically said this was not cheating. However, she has not responded to any of his conversations, just had that process server serve him at the house they still share. Interesting. Yeah, she hasn't said nothing. So she ain't confirming like, no, it's not that he was cheating. It's just he was, too busy with work. I don't think he has a child, but he has dipped his wick. I started this because I love that. Dipped his wick. I got to remember that one. I will say I haven't seen any proof of an actual child. However, what that doesn't mean is that one doesn't exist, because you got to look at it two ways. He's a very wealthy man, so he could afford to pay someone to shed it up. Also, he is a judge, an attorney. He knows the law well enough to be able to create some kind of ironclad confidentiality child support agreement of some sort. So is it that we don't have proof or have seen anything besides rumors because it didn't exist? Or is it that it's been hidden and sealed from us ever being able to verify it until that person is grown and can say that they themselves? No, that's my daddy. That's my daddy. He put me through college. He was paying my mama. We lived in a mansion. He never saw me though, but I know he my daddy, is one of those situations. You got to always look with your third eye when it comes to these celebrities, and especially, people who are very wealthy and powerful. He is both. And attorney, aka judge. So, and also, the rumor's been out. I mean, it's likely, right? Donna Hammond saying, "Hello," just like Jesse Jackson Sr. How old was that baby when we found out? I forgot. It's been too many years ago. Alice is saying, married for 35 years and stuck with me. Right. That's what you need, the stick with itness when it comes to these relationships. Right, Vel on novella time now. Right. My own telenovela. Y'all know y'all be liking my story times. They love my story times over there on Patreon. Join the Patreon if you haven't. Those are my real life story times, though. Y'all think I just told Judge Mathis story. Imagine me telling my own. All right. So now we're moving on. Next poll question is, have you been following this situation with the Brat? No, I'm sorry, bro. I'm jumping story. Sorry. Have you been following this situation with the drama between Tamar Braxton and JR, aka Jeremy Robinson, her boyfriend, her ex, her boyfriend again, her fiance, her husband, and then her ex-husband? Although they got married secretly, and we didn't know they even got married until they was broken up again. It was like, well, they broke up, but they were actually married. Craziness. So the most recent drama is Booty Sandwich Gate. Toni Braxton posted and deleted a post alleging about her ex, J.R. Robinson, alleging cheating with a 25-year-old. She mentioned that she had just gifted him for his birthday, where they went to Turks and Caicos. She gifted him jewelry, a big old chain with a big old ghetto medallion and a Rolex. And she's basically saying he led her on. She went thinking she trying to kind of save her relationship, save her marriage, because they was married. And then she finds out during that trip that he had that the divorce had been made final. He's an attorney too. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta watch out, because these attorneys, they move differently. And I ain't saying I'll still marry you, but what I'm saying is I'm also mindful of, y'all know the law. So I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it too if I marry an attorney. They be slick. Tamar accuses JR of spending $1,100 on her credit card at a four-season hotel while being with another woman. So she gets her credit card she got a notification from her credit card company. Hey, here's an alert. $1,100 has been spent at the Four Seasons. Are you aware of this transaction? She's like, oh, hell no, who this? So she calls to find out. They say, oh, it was a young lady, etc. So this is what Tamar claims, at least. It was a young lady, and she was here with, JR, who's also listed on this, thing. So she then calls him to find out, and he says, yes, I was there, but I was there by myself. She like, you lied, and you just stole my money and and all that. He's like, it was just a mistake. And I wasn't there with nobody. I was there for a friend's funeral. Anyway, she goes off, and we're going to listen to their PSAs on this stuff, the drama. Have you been following the ongoing drama between Tamar and JR? Wow, 71% of you like, I don't give a F. Had I known, I would have found a new story for us. I should have polled y'all first. Well, hell, I done put it in the show. We finna go through it. For the 31% of us who are somewhat invested. We ain't really invested. We just like, whatever. We bored. Let's just watch it. Next poll question I'm putting out, though, as we watch these PSAs is, do you believe that Tamar, because we've seen Tamar in multiple relationships at this point, public relationships, and she handles them all the same way at some point. Now I'm beyond this point. I already knew she was a problem. But at some point, you got to accept that she's the common denominator with all the drama. And usually with these men, it ain't that they be the first ones to run to the internet, but she trashes them so much that at a point they like, well, I got to go out there, because Tamar has her own flock. They'd be like, Tamar is perfect. These men are trifling. All of that. And so she is like, these men feel like at a point they have to defend themselves because their characters are being destroyed. So in this clip that we're going to play, we're not going to listen to the whole thing. I forgot how long it is. Does this tell me? Okay, it does tell me. Yeah, we ain't doing no 5 minutes. But in this clip, JR explains the situation and how it went down from his perspective about the mix-up with the credit card. He also denies being with any other woman. And then he also accuses Tamar Tamar of being delusional and saying that she has some psychological issues, which we aren't making fun of, but we can acknowledge.
Initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety. And someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm gonna date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life.
So this is where I start to disagree with him or take issue with his part in this, because he's not 100% innocent for sure. Is the fact of his birthday was coming up. They were only married for 61 days. They got married and I think February of this year, were divorced 61 days later, which shows that y'all should have never been together. They went through marriage counseling and everything and still only lasted 61 days. So y'all were trying to force something that wasn't going to work. But where I take issue with him is if you guys even were trying to be amicable, be friends, etc. For one, y'all probably was trying to do it too soon. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But the other issue for me is, let's say, okay, y'all do the Turks and Caicos for your birthday, and she buys you this elaborate gift. She's easily spent. She bought the Rolex watch. She bought the gold chain. She bought the medallion. I didn't pull the images for y'all, but I'm going to just guesstimate she spent at least $30,000 to $50,000 on it on the low end. I'm going to just guesstimate $30,000 to $50,000. You, my sir, JR, were supposed to, in the moment, accept it. There's even a video, I think that was Chronicle Speaks. She did a video on this, and I think in her video, she shows when Tamar has gifted JR the chain and the watch and all of that, he goes in for a hug, and you can tell that Tamar is leaning in like she's going for the face, like it's gonna be a kiss, and he turns his head, and so she catches the cue, and it just becomes a church hug, a one-arm church hug. His other arm is way back here. He like, I'm just letting you know this ain't what it's gonna be. Okay, you're doing that for that. So what you should have also done, again, not in the moment, you accept the gift because there was a crowd of people there, so you don't want to embarrass her. But what you then should have done at the earliest point you could is told her you can't accept it, that you love her, you don't want to mislead her, etc., etc. We just need to be friends, and this is too much money to be spending on a platonic friend, unless you're a billionaire. That's what he should have did. I believe him accepting that gift. Already she was on his birthday trip. That's a whole nother thing. She couldn't have been on my birthday trip. We just got a divorce. And it's contentious because of the fact that we only lasted 61 days. That's a problem. Now, if we was like Judge Mathis and his wife after 39 years, and I just couldn't get my act together, and then we get a divorce, then I can see, we got kids and all that. I can see going on a birthday vacation a couple months later. But y'all's situation is a whole lot different. Y'all needed some time apart, not hanging out. Y'all talk on the phone. You can check on the kids. You can even do some pickups and some play dates. But all this extra stuff and $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 gifts, what the hell are you thinking? You deserve this drama you got yourself into, JR. You wasn't innocent, JR. But let's hear the rest of what you got to say. A little bit of it.
I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why, what's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people.
I'm gonna put a poll question. I'm gonna close this one out, and then we're gonna play a couple more seconds of him, then we over it. Do you believe that Tamar is the primary issue in her relationships? 84% of you say so. I'm watching the new season of the Braxton. I don't know. I think they renamed it, but the Braxton Family Values. And she got issues with her sister still. I'm like, Tamar, I thought you was getting therapy and stuff. What's happening? Her and Tawanda don't even talk. I don't know, Tamar. And I like Tamar. That's the crazy part. All of this, I still like her. But I'm like, damn, Tamar, she like that. Well, I got family members that act like her. I think that's why I can tolerate her and, keep at arm's length too. I ain't invested. Poll question is, I forgot my thought, but I think I was going to say, did he mislead her by accepting the gifts? And not kind of just any gifts, but again, this thing was about $30,000 to $50,000 she had to easily. Did he mislead? Oh, that's because that's a typo. Okay. Yeah, did he mislead her? He said he didn't mislead her. This was the right question. He said he didn't mislead her. You misled her the moment you accepted those expensive gifts. Obviously, there's also something that was being said or done, or the frequency of conversation. Because here's another thing you have to do. Some of us grown. Some of us have been through relationships. Some of us have been married. Some of us understand how you operate when you end a relationship, like a real relationship. Part of the healing also comes with distance. Even if it's amicable, even if y'all still love each other and hot for each other, because sometimes you break up with people and you still want it. Y'all know what I'm saying. This ain't After Dark on Patreon, but y'all know what I'm saying. Sometimes the only way to start to separate that is for distance. So the way I operate is when we break up, and I can love your dirty draws, but when we break up, first thing I'm doing is you don't have the same level of access you used to have to me. So I'm the kind of person, if you're in a relationship with me, your text, your phone calls, your anything, I'm on Johnny on the spot. I'm answering right away. If I miss your call, I'm like, oh, I missed their call. I got to hit them up right now. However, when we break up, you get put on the same timeline as everybody else. And guess what? VellB don't like to talk on the phone, except for if I'm in a relationship with you. If I'm in a relationship with you, you'll think I'm a phone, like I'm a phone booty. That's an old school word. Like I love to just lamp on the phone all the time. No, I don't. But I'm in love with you, so I give you that. So guess what? When we break up, you get treated like everybody else. Text me, and I'll get to you within 24 to 72 hours. Call me. I answer if I feel like talking. Which I most times don't. But if we together, I'm gonna answer no matter what. I'm gonna answer you like you're my mama. My mama calls, get answer no matter what. That's where he made his mistake. I guarantee you they probably was doing the good morning, good morning, how you sleep? What you got planned for today? And then they sending each other pictures through the day. This is my salad I'm having for lunch. Remember, I told you I was going to try this restaurant? It's actually pretty good. Well, have you ate it yet? Well, I haven't. My entree coming. Well, let me know how it is after you eat it. Then later, calling them, FaceTiming. Look, I'm eating it now. You should try this when you come. Like they caking on the phone. Y'all broke up. You can't do that no more. I guarantee you, JR was doing that with her. Now he talking about I wasn't misleading her. Yeah, you was. You was doing all that. She on your birthday trip. Why? Because she was around and talking to you every day, all day while you were planning it. She knew it was happening. If Tamar had been my girl, my ex-wife in this situation, she wouldn't even known I was planning a birthday trip. Why? Because I wouldn't have told her. She would have saw it on Instagram like everybody else, like a fan. You misled her.
Hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. But I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't throw each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff. Like, look, if there was a mix-up with the card because of Booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons. And they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago. It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool.
All right, it's not cool. We get it, JR. Nevertheless, I feel like JR did, in fact, lead her on, but I do not support her behavior. I do hear him. I feel sorry for him to a degree because I have been in a similar situation. Patreon, we talk about those sort of things over there. If you want to know to know that kind of stuff, we talk about it over there. But I have been in relationships with, a particular relationship with a person who had what I learned was termed false memories, and an alternate, and also like an alternate reality, where they would create things in their mind, like it's truly a mental health situation, things that never happen, behaviors and actions and conversations and all of that literally never happened, and they would create a narrative from it and then attack me emotionally. And I'm like, where's this coming from? Like, what is this? So when he's saying these things, I'm like, I've been there, so I could believe that. But anyway, let's see what Tamar in her response, she ended up calling JR out for using her card. She felt like he was being more deceptive than what he was speaking to in his PSA, and she was stating that they were actually working. She believed that they were working on reconciling. That she was blindsided on that Turks and Caicos, which is why she spent tens of thousands of dollars on jewelry for him. We believe this part of the story, like. However, he was misleading her. Who knows? I believe it looked a little bit like what my telenovela assumption. He was talking to her every day, sharing too much, still trying to be buddies, besties. You can't do that. You got to build distance, time and distance. But anyway, Tamar then reflects on her efforts to maintain and save her marriage and why she was deeply hurt. So let's listen to a little bit of her rambling.
Because everybody is making it seem like I am crashing out over this person, and I'm not. I went ham simply because of your disrespect. And the truth is, I should have gone ham a long time ago. And I didn't because, and I'm sure that people have been here before when you're in love with a person who aren't in love with you back. And that was my case, but I didn't realize it until Turks and Caicos. I had no idea until Turks and Caicos. I knew that we had problems. I knew that, things wasn't working, but I always thought that we loved each other because we always said that we did. I have to start loving me. And clearly, all the work that I'm doing, I'm definitely skipping over loving me because I felt like I loved you and I loved what we could have been and what we were more than myself. And I am so sorry, to everybody out there that I, put out this post last night. I was praying to God that it didn't go viral. I was praying to God that it didn't, that nobody caught it. I was, praying.
Tamar be gaslighting too. Y'all already know this, and she's gaslighting in this. I posted this on social media where I have, I don't know, she probably got a couple million followers or something, or at least 1 million or so. She posted it on social media to millions of people and hoped afterwards that it wouldn't go viral. She was praying to God that it wouldn't go viral. Why would you put it up? You know how this works. Tamar has done tons of post and deletes. Those of us who follow this, and unfortunately just because I'm a blogger, because otherwise I wouldn't. I've seen plenty. It's kind of her thing. Her thing is a post and delete. We've seen her when she's arguing with other celebrities and all her other drama. She posts, leave it up 15, 20 minutes, and deletes it. She knows as soon as she posts, she knows how social media works. Don't play in our face. As soon as she posts, we get notifications. And some people screenshot it right away or screen record, depending on what it is. She know how the game work. All it needs is seconds on the internet for somebody to grab it. Talking about she prayed that it wouldn't go viral, nobody would see it. Girl, quit playing with us. And she always does the victim mode too. That's always a big sign of a narcissist. That victim mode thing. Everything she's in. I ain't seeing her take no accountability for this. Because the truth is, if we really want to go there, had Tamar not posted this, we wouldn't know it happened. We wouldn't know nothing about her card being charged by the Four Seasons. That JR, he claims it was an accident. I do believe him. We wouldn't even know nothing about it. She brought it to the public. It's not even our business. Honestly, I don't care. I'm just doing it for commentary purposes, for content purposes. But I think it's atrocious. For me in my house, but for me in my house, first of all, JR, this is why I don't really feel sorry for him in a real way at this point, is because JR has now been through drama with her. I don't know, y'all. My guesstimation is somewhere around 6 to 8 times that we've seen in public. Now, not to mention the stuff that happens behind the scenes with them. So he's probably at 20 or 30. The first time, if we even get there, honestly, we might not even get there with me. If I'm with you and you talking greasy to me, even in my face in private, that's a red flag. For me, that means you ain't got me. That means it ain't me and you against the world. That means you are no longer my safe haven. So you know what that means for me? We can't stay together. So what that also means to me is you ain't going to be able to be going out in public and blasting me and dragging me for the public. But JR let that slide. He let it slide until they had a big fight that she felt she needed to take to social media. And she drugged him. And they talked, and I can't remember the first time, but it's been multiple. She drugged him, exposed him, tried to make him look like a greasy clout chaser, an ambulance chasing attorney. He just after her for her money. He just after her because he want more Instagram followers. She allowed that to get out there and that narrative to be crafted against him. He's sassy. He looked like Colonel Sanders. All of that. That's because of Tamar Braxton, your woman, your then girlfriend, your then fiance, your then wife. That's on you. She showed you in the very beginning that she was not a safe haven for you. She could not be trusted to keep your relationship private and sacred. I could never be with nobody like this. You put our business out on the internet for the peoples, for the people, for the people, for the public, not even the people. Wow, boy.
And to God, because I knew that, you know, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. It was an emotional thing. But I mean, sometimes when you have been disrespected to the level that I have been disrespected from this situation publicly, it'd be too much. My feelings are hurt because everybody is making it seem like I am crashing out over this person, and I'm not. I went ham simply because of your disrespect. And the truth is, I should have gone ham a long time ago. And I did it because, and I'm sure that people have been here before when you're in love with a person who aren't in love with you back. And that was my case, but I didn't realize it until Turks and Caicos. I had no idea until Turks and Caicos. I knew that we had problems. I knew that, you know, things wasn't working. But I always thought that we loved each other because we always said that we did. I have to start loving me. And clearly, you know, all the work that I'm... And I hate that I posted that last night for that 10 seconds that I posted, and now that it's a frenzy today. But the simple fact of the matter is that I tried to call you and I tried to talk to you, and you were so nasty to me. And at the end of the conversation, you're going to tell me to go take my meds. Something that nobody else in the world knew, and something that you tried to weaponize against me. Are you saying that people who take mental medication or anxiety medication, they are not stable? I would hate for you to say that as a lawyer. Don't do that.
Now, I'm not for, you know, dragging people for their mental health conditions and issues. However, he did do that, and it's not right because it's still a level of emotional abuse. But he did it in a private conversation between the two of them. She's acting like he went to social media and said it first. I don't know. She be doing the most.
The fact of the matter is, I only came back to say this. I'm not delusional. I am not crazy. I don't have to throw myself on a man. And yes, we have been estranged for 6 months, and everything was just final on Friday. And I hate that I posted that last night for that 10 seconds that I posted, and now that it's a frenzy to... And I married you after you ate somebody whole booty sandwich. Yeah, I'm not trying to...
The crazy part, and shout out to Live Bites. That's where I got this clip from. Because, of course, she did a post and delete, but Live Bites and grabbed it, and some other social media platforms grabbed it. But the crazy part is that this is in clips. I didn't do it this way, and I didn't edit it down. But it's on Instagram in clips like this. But it's almost like when you look at each iteration, it's 3 different clips. It's kind of like you get a different mood of hers, which is feels a little like personality changes. And it's like you clearly see it because of the way it's clipped up. Oh, Tamar.
Make this a big deal. I swear, it's not about y'all. It's $1,000. It's not, you know, make or break. It's the point.
If it wasn't make or break, why bring it to the public? Why bring it to the public? Be mad at him. Curse him out on the phone. Call him a liar for him being with a woman if he was with her or not, or whatever you want to think. That's okay. Whatever. It ain't, but it is. It's better than what you did. It's better than what you did by bringing it to the internet. When you brought it to the internet, you just took it to a very unnecessary level. We didn't even know y'all. For one, we didn't know y'all got married, but we also didn't know y'all had broke up officially. You created this. You, by yourself. He's responding, but you created this.
the point is that you wanted me to sit back and let you not only use my card. Let's just say it's a mix-up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangster. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wop, wop. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Like, let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, I'm addicted to the white meat. Like, it was fine for what I had, but okay. It ain't giving that. And the truth is, I put too much on it because we were married, and I take my vows serious, and I thought that you did too. And so the truth is, I was waiting for you to come around like a wife, because all I know how to be is a wife. I was married to Vince, and that didn't work out. And I got with D, and we were getting married, and I got with you, and we got married, and I married you after you ate somebody, whole booty.
Our friend Chronicle Speaks also pointed out that Tamar neglected to state her first marriage. That didn't happen. I mean, the first marriage. She's literally picking what versions of her life stories you want to tell. Okay, last couple seconds, then we over her.
So let's not talk about WAP and what happened before then, okay? Don't make it seem like I'm a bad person. Don't make it seem like I didn't put up with a lot. Don't make it seem like, oh, I've been so gracious to her, and, I have been giving grace, and she's a da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ta-da-wop-wop. No, baby. Don't do that. We have given grace to each other. And I married you after you ate somebody whole booty sandwich.
I purposely let that play over. That's just a lot. I don't know. It's so much. It's so much. Let me see. I'm in the live. I thought it was in the live chat. Let's see. We're gonna check some of y'all comments. I didn't start way too many comments. Y'all said a lot. Okay, I'm just go to the start comments, and let's just work our way through. Then we're gonna do our last turn, then we getting on out of here. Oh, it's a good time on the show. We're gonna be here over 2 hours. That's great. Beautiful. Each relationship, Logan gains a new father. Yes, it's pretty much, yeah, because JR claiming him as well. Wasn't it Tommy who exposed her hookup with JR allegedly? Yes. I don't think it's as alleged. I don't think it's alleged. Tamar is talking about it right here. That's what she has coined the booty sandwich. So it's true. I think he admitted to it on some level as well. I think it's been a little while, but I think he had admitted to it. I don't know necessarily the booty sandwich part, but I think he admitted to messing around with the girl. Tamar needs a good therapist. Always some drama with her. Yeah. I mean, she claims that she has a therapist, and, therapists aren't gods. It takes a while, got to figure some things out. And she's admitting now she's on medication, but sometimes you got to find the right levels, the right mixture, et cetera, et cetera. So sometimes it takes a while for it to work, and it could be years. Gaslight. I wasn't sure, Policy, who you were talking about, gaslighting. If it was because I think it came up at Tamar's part. Yeah, so I started just because I wasn't sure who you were saying was gaslighting. He didn't know who he was marrying. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, she had a hit track record before him, so I don't know. I guess he's telling us he got more tea on Tamar. He's definitely telling us that. He has his messy moments too. I'm not gonna necessarily put on him that he's completely just messy from what I see, but I have seen him have his messy moments. So I don't put it past him that if this continues on some level that he won't do something to post some OT. What son is he talking about? Certainly not Logan. No, he is definitely talking about Logan. He is calling Logan his son. They're still trying to maintain relationships with each other's children. In this particular toxic situation, that may not be a good thing for now or maybe forever. That's the sad part about when you have children and the dating and these sort of situations. I mean, she's supposed to be married, so you think that means longevity, but not necessarily. Was the jewelry real though? That I started this because I'm like, Xavy got a point. I don't know. I don't know if it was real or not. I mean, I would assume she would probably buy him something real, but I don't know. You never know. Say that he misled that poor woman. She has had trouble. She has had horrible luck with men. Remember, her first husband was abusive. Then here comes Vince, married, divorced. Don't forget Vince. Vince had his stuff too. Vince, I mean, she was doing a lot, but Vince had his allegations as well. So he wasn't completely innocent, although we thought he was for a minute. Then the African man engaged and split. Right. And then he has some issues too. But also, I think she incites things. We know she incites things. We see it. We're watching. We just watched her incite. Brittany Stewart is saying the new show is messy. Did you hear about someone looking into the wheel? No, I'm probably an episode behind on the new Braxton show, but I did watch maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes, and it was traumatic. I wasn't expecting it to be as sad and traumatic with them kind of revisiting Tracy's journey of transitioning, and then to see, all the stuff their family is going through. But yeah, I feel like I'm at least 1 episode behind by now. I know for sure. Oh, and today's Thursday. Don't they come on Thursday? So that today will be another episode I'm behind. But yeah, but I do know they said Tamar wasn't going to really be a part of this iteration of it that much. And then she did a post a month or a few weeks ago saying, see, this the toxicity I was talking about. You can't trust family or something to that degree. I'm like, Lord Jesus, now she's falling out with the family publicly again. Why do we need to know this? Why? I believe they all become Hollywood. It's a shame and I believe it's affected their relationship as a family, but it is what it is at this point. I hope they heal. Is Tony in the new show? Yes, Tony is definitely. I don't know how much participation she's going to have overall, but she's definitely in the show. She's been in the first few episodes that I've watched. Actually, she might be throughout because she's in the show. They're following her journey of putting together the tour she has with Sid the Entertainer. Is it only in Vegas? I forgot exactly the details, but she has some kind of tour with Sid the Entertainer and herself. He's doing comedy, she's doing singing, but they're kind of mixing it together some kind of way. I love Tony. I've seen Tony in concert before, but I'm like, Sid and her and comedy and her, and I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing it on TikTok, but I don't know if I want to actually go invest my money for it. Pink Pearls is saying he's manipulative and deceptive. Tamar needs to be alone and seek real help. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I see some of that I'm not sitting here like blindly listening to everything you say. I believe there's some manipulation there for sure. Vel, are you talking about Darius? Not this evening, no. Did I preference it? I was about to say that I did tell you I had a good piece series that I'm putting together. But I didn't have enough time to really put into it. I wanted to do it right. So tomorrow, though, we will. There'll be some segment. I'm not sure if it'll be that I have in mind. I might need the weekend to really tighten it up, but it'll be something. So tomorrow, let me make sure. Anyway, do the Telegram thing, and follow me on all. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Follow me on all of my social media platforms. You can go to the link tree, and it'll take you to all my social media platforms. I'll send out the notification because, but I think tomorrow evening. Yeah, I think we're going live tomorrow evening around 8:15 p.m. Central. It's a busy month, so I'm like, am I overcommitting? But we're definitely going live tomorrow. Candy Towns says, this is fun to me. Don't care for her at all. The way she acts and the fact that he tolerates her that long, he may have deserved that Rolex. That's a thought. You're right. That might be his his prize. What did they call it? I was trying to think. Consolation prize. Xavy saying Tamar has to try to stay offline for a bit. Now it's so embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, supposedly, allegedly, she's tried this before to stay offline, and then she might be cool for a couple months, and then next thing you know, it's some new drama. It's a lot. I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it. I do understand. We know what the real issue is. I'm just hoping for healing for. I just a couple years ago when she had the major situation, and then she started her healing journey. I just had a lot of hope that she would fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Where's her therapist? This is what you talk to them about, not social media. I'd be damned if I embarrass myself like that. Right. That's the other thing. She really needs to have her therapist on speed dial, where when these sort of things happens, they make an agreement that she calls them first, and then maybe they talk her off the ledge. I don't know. Maybe she go once every other week. Maybe she couldn't wait till her next session. Maybe she goes once a week, but it was in between. You love yourself first before you enter a relationship. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Tamar went on and on about Trina dating / marrying outside of her race. Rest in peace to Gabe. I liked Gabe. Gabe wasn't perfect, but I liked Gabe on the show. The fact, Braxton Family Values. Then fast forward a few years, and what you know, she went the same route. Exactly. Tamar was dragging, not only because she dragged Trina for her interracial marriage, she drugged the rest of them for not having marriages and relationships. Because remember, I'm married and I got Vince and we rich and we got this big house and y'all just jealous. Like, she did a lot of that. She acted like Darius Crooks. I'm rich. We got a perfect life. And you, my man, my Vince, and all of that. And then the next thing you know, she was homeless and living pillar to post and broke. That's why you can't live like that. Because God giveth and God taketh away. It's sifted as wheat. Stop listening to men telling you that they love you while not showing you that they love you. Love is an action word. Amen to that, sister. Amen. Why in the world would you marry someone shortly after he had dinner with someone's other person's backside? Really, Tamar? I feel sorry for her son. How many men have he been introduced to? Right. Now, we know two of them that we know in public, but you got to imagine, there's people she dates behind the scenes that may not make it to the public level. So last one is he wasn't looking for love. He was looking for an entertainment opportunity and ended up with crazy. Well, yeah. So that was a lot of the allegations against him when he first came out, because they did meet. We can't forget. #never forget. That they met under the guise of the reality show where she was allegedly looking for love. And he, JR, was one of the contestants on the show. So let's not forget that. That's not necessarily the most solid start to a relationship. It started on TV, and everything about TV is fake. Some of y'all still ain't realized that yet. Social media as well, but some of y'all still ain't realized that yet. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. Okay, moving on to our last segment of this evening. The Brat and Judy. And I added this at the last minute, and now I'm kind of like barely feel like talking about it, but we'll entertain it. Did he? Let me close this out. Did JR mislead Tamar by accepting her gifts? 86% of you said yes. I agree. 14% of you said, nah, get what you can get while you can get it. Or some of y'all think it was a consolation prize. Am I pronouncing that right? Consolation. Yeah. Not constellation. That's stars. Poll question going out. Do you follow the Brat and BB Judy? I don't even know if she really goes by BB Judy as well. It's, I think, her Instagram still. Do you follow them? Do you? I've been I always hate to use the word fan because I don't really consider myself a fan, but I've been a watcher of them. for pretty much since their show, I think, is really when I kind of got hip to them. I am a watcher of their show, The Brat Loves Judy. I've watched every episode. I do find the show entertaining. I will say this last season, I was a little bit more side-eyeing, especially Judy, because it's a lot of fakeness. It's a lot of, I understand social media and all of that, and it's a lot of manipulating things, situations, and all of that. And so it started to seem a lot more not as authentic as it did that first season or so. But anyway, they were introduced as a beloved, iconic couple, highlighting their relationship in the LGBTQ plus community. And they ended up getting married in February of 2022. Now, rumors now that are circulating is that they actually never got legally married. They just had a ceremony. And for those of us who were watchers of the show, you would know that when they were getting engaged, part of the reason why the Brat did not want to get engaged and married was because of the fact that the Brat still owes restitution for, I forgot what year, but anyway, when she had the incident that she went to jail for many years of assaulting a lady with a bottle, a champagne bottle, bashed it over the front of the lady's face, cut the lady's face, et cetera, et cetera. So she owes millions of dollars for that. The Brat still has not paid that money off. Now, some people will say, Judy has millions upon millions and the Brat is broke. So the Brat was saying, I don't want to marry you because I haven't paid that, and they're going to come after you if you become legally my wife. So some people are saying they fooled us into thinking that they worked that out somehow behind the scenes and they then got married. Some people are saying, no, they actually did not legally get married because of that situation, and the Brat is broke. We also know that they ended up having a baby, who might be 1 year old now or something. They ended up having a baby. So people are starting to say that the stress of the baby that they had together has started to, and other things, have started to form cracks in their relationship. So much so that people are saying they got divorced. They're not really together. People are nitpicking every other video that they put out on social media. Like, oh, you see how Judy snatched that baby from the Brat, and the Brat was like, see, this the problem. And I did see this clip. I forgot to pull it for today. The Brat is like, see, that's the problem. And Judy's like, what? Every time he in my arms, you pulling him out. We was cool, and you taking him out of my arm. And it was confrontation. It's kind of like, ooh, ouch. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be on be on camera, etc. Also, people know that Judy is definitely a social media maven. She lives on social media. She knows how to manipulate social media. Her life is daily cataloged on social media, vlogs, clips, this, that, them laying in the bed, eating a snack. She got to pull the phone out. Hey, Boo Bear, what you eating? Like, why this got to be on camera? Can we have some moments together? Can we be alone? I had a damn social media camera in our face all the time. But anyway, so she does all of that. And so people are saying her controlling nature, the being controlling even of the baby that the Brat carried, but it was her embryo, etc. All of that has caused cracks in the foundation and that they are breaking up. Now, for me, what's confusing, because I haven't dug deep. I'm not on, it's a whole blog on Lipstick Alley about them, thread that I didn't dig into. But people have whatever these supposed people behind the scenes telling stuff, but also people who watch them daily have all these conspiracy theories of the fact that they are breaking up or have broken up. However, when you look at their social media, like I did today, they just posted, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, they just posted being at the Atlanta Black Pride. They were together. They were as a couple would be, even with other, oh geez, I'm forgetting her name. I'm gonna forget her name. from 911. Oh, Jesus, I didn't mean to close that. Okay, it'll still say. Poll question we're closing out is, do you follow the Brat and Judy? 77% of you do not. Again, maybe I should be taking these polls before I do the stories, and poll y'all in the YouTube community or on Telegram. Can I do it? Okay, I think I had to do it on the YouTube community tab. Make sure I'm not covering stories y'all don't care about, because I really don't care that much either. No, I really don't. I just thought y'all might. I'm gonna start doing polls. So anyway, here's a clip. Let's just get through it. Hell, I did the work. We gotta get through it. Here's a clip of just some of the social media manipulation. I feel like this clip I'm about to play you is staged. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all feel like this is staged too. This is Judy and the Brat. They're on their tour bus. Even the start of it with Judy here. It's fine. She's an actress. She's like a social media actress. Like, I ain't hating on her. She knows how to manipulate. She has 3 million plus followers. I can learn a ton from her. So I ain't hating. It's just, I grew up when things were real. So anyway, so you see here, they're on their, I think they're at the Atlanta Black. They are. That's the outfits they had on. So they're at the Atlanta Black Pride. They're obviously sitting in their trailer waiting. And while they're waiting, Judy, she's different to Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis is always working in them streets and leaving his wife at home. Judy is always working and in the streets, but she want her wife with her. And she like, we got to record this. We got to capture this. Like, every moment, everything's got to be captured. That would irk the hell out of me. But anyway, so they're on there and Judy's like, let's do a skit for social media. I'm going to show you this video of me doing a booty dance, and then you gonna react like you jealous. I'm gonna start off looking sideways like I'm embarrassed or I'm nervous about what your reaction gonna be. You gonna watch it, and although you don't really give a F about this, you act like you a little jealous. Okay? Action. And then this is what we get.
It's like it had bouncing. You act like it ain't no other dance in the world you can do. You always end up bent over. Beautiful. There you go, bent over. There you go. What other? Any other dance you can do where you're not bending over? What dance? What? A Cupid shuffle? Yeah, it don't have to be a harsh, like real, like a cutesy one too. And you know how to do that. You just always bend over though. And shake your cheeks. Where I'm from, we do that. And she ain't got no need to shake her cheeks.
Okay, so that was that. As you said, it was boring as hell, but I did the work to pull it. Y'all gotta watch it. So this is the actual video they were watching, and when I saw what they were watching, I was like, yeah, this was just for content purposes only, because this was nothing to react. So this is supposed to be what the Brat was jealous of. This was what they were allegedly watching. I'm gonna have to mute the sound. She's upset because the big booty Judy is stiffly moving. Stiff as I don't know what. That's what she's supposed to be upset about. Why you got to be doing a booty dance? Girl, she like bending over, picking up a pencil. Looking like somebody old grandma in a muumuu sweeping up the dust with the old wicker broom. Y'all know how we grew up with the wicker broom before we had the little vinyl brushes. When it was wicker and a wooden broomstick. And we ain't always all of us didn't grow up with dustpans. I'm just keeping it real. Some of y'all don't know this. Some of y'all just so spoiled. Y'all living this silver spoon in y'all mouth. All y'all houses got dustpans. You probably got multiple dustpans. All of us didn't grow up with dustpans. Some of us used album covers. Some of us used our mama's the cardboard that came in their stockings that they wore on Sunday. That cardboard got reused for many purposes. One of the purposes was it would sometimes be a dustpan. Sometimes, well, for me in my house, we had dustpans most of the time because I was in that in-between generation. Yeah, we started out with album covers. Then my mama made enough money for us to actually get dustpans, and then we pretty much had them the rest of my life. So I probably lived with album covers as dustpans to about the age of 3 or 4. Then we moved into like a real dustpan. It didn't always match the broom like mine here in my world. All my dustpans match the color of my brooms. I've made it. You know, every generation should do a little bit better. You go in my kitchen or in my other parts of my house, because I got multiple brooms too. I got one in the garage, one on each level. And all the dustpans match the broom handle. But anyway, also what you would do with that stocking cover, the cardboard that came in the stocking, my mama used to wear coffee, I think. Was it coffee, mama? Let me know. I think my mama used to wear coffee. No, it was jet black. Sorry, jet black. I think she did coffee sometime. Mama, let me know, because I think you still be watching sometime. Coffee or jet black stockings. And then you get the cardboard. And what she would do, because she would buy a new pair on every Sunday, the cardboard, she would fold it once and put it in her purse. And then we got to church, she would give me that, and then I could draw on it throughout church because I couldn't do nothing else. Sometimes she let me take a little Matchbox car, and then I could drive it a little bit. But sometimes we had to bench all the way to ourselves. She let me, drive it a little bit further. But if I went too far, she'd like, get down here. Like, she wouldn't let me go the whole row of the bench driving my little Matchbox car. I don't know how I got on that tangent. But anyway, for more of that, join Patreon. It's a lot of this happening on Patreon. Anyway, back to the show. Have you watched the Brat Loves Judy TV show? 37% of you say yes. 63% of you say you have not. Here's another fake skit, and then we're done with them. Then I'm going to read y'all comments, and we're getting out of here.
I'm taking you to paternity court.
For what?
Because I'm not a true mind.
What you mean?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean.
No, what you mean?
We going to the doctor, we going to take a test, that's all. I might have carried it, but you might have had a little outside help. Don't even worry about it. We'll find out when we get to the doctor. We got an appointment next week.
You taking me on Maury, bitch?
No, paternity court. So we can do the test on there. On TV, so you can't show out and show your ass. We gonna be on TV, so
who's more likely to show their ass?
You.
Who's more likely to cut up? Who out of the both of us is the more mild one?
Let me find out. I ain't true mama.
Girl, go to sleep.
I'll see you in court.
So yeah, that was all I got. I don't even know what. I told you I wasn't that interested in their story in the very beginning. Let's get through the star comments and then yeah. Let me just pull them up. Oh, this was them at the Atlanta Black Pride. This is the part that, okay, so everybody, it's all of these conspiracy theories and rumors about them breaking up and that they're not actually together and all of that. But again, I saw them, they got all over the social media, them at the Atlanta Black Pride. For me, because, we've seen this times and time again, it don't necessarily to me mean that they're really together in real life. They could actually be broke up. They could be still living in the same house, but sleeping in separate rooms. Who knows? But I'm just here to share, just in case it does happened, you know, we'll just chronicle the fact that people have been saying it. Oh, I'm coming. Well, I'll read it now. It's the last story, but I'll still read it. Tamar was telling her sisters that being married to Vince came with a price. She wasn't just straight bragging on their relationship. She was keeping it real and saying it costs to be with Vince. Yes, she was saying that too. I totally agree. I'm agreeing 100%. But there were also many moments where she bragged about their possessions and threw in the face of her sisters who were single, well, divorced at that time, all three of them. Tony, Tawanda, and Trina were all divorced. And then Tracy was married to what Tamar considered to be a scrub. He was a broke man. He was a regular everyday man. So she disregarded him as being less than. He didn't mean nothing. He was invisible to her. So that's the part I'm talking about. And there, I remember that because I was like, that is so nasty, so rude. Like, these are your family members, and you like, that's why you single. That's why your man, y'all divorced. That's why you got that trifling ass man there and all that. Who does that to your own family? That's the part I'm talking about. But yes, she did also say, you know, being with Vince but she started saying that being with Vince comes with a cost when things started to go down. To me, that was like the year or two before they started breaking up. I remember Vince was essaying, not essaying, I'm trying not to, I guess I could say beating Tamar's behind for years. Money couldn't fix it. Yeah, exactly. Emotional and physical, allegedly, I guess I gotta say, I don't know. Hasn't Judy been accused of fraud some time ago? Yeah, absolutely. She has definitely been accused of fraud. I think insurance fraud as well, PPP fraud, PPP loan fraud. There was an unfortunate situation where a child passed away in her care. I think it was a drowning. I think it was. And it was a non-relative, and that person was suing, but she's been running. And I don't know if it's been resolved now, but the last time I looked a couple years ago, she had been for years taking a woman through the motions in the legal system, playing games and stuff, so she wouldn't have to pay her. But I'm like, you're supposed to be a multimillionaire. Pay this woman. You know, her child passed away at your home, and from what they're saying, it was due to neglect because nobody was watching the child and the child drowned. Thelma Jordan, again, we're just jumping between stories at this point. It is what it is. Thelma is saying, what happened to Gabe? Unfortunately, and this is Gabe on Braxton Family Values, who was Trina's husband. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm bad with names, and so I'm struggling in my mind to like think of the name I'm supposed to cross over to. Which is why I stay on the topic I'm on at the moment. That's part of the reason I do that, for my brain. But anyway, Gabe, who was Trina's husband, unfortunately, they were divorced at this point, but they were still friends. They ended up, he ended up getting cancer. I forgot what kind, but he ended up getting cancer and unfortunately passing away from cancer. Just hogs. Oh, just talking about BB Judy. Just hogs the baby and does too much. Yeah, so she's also been accused of hogging their baby. The other thing is that baby has been on TV since it took its first breath. And I don't know. And you can tell the Brat has just kind of submitted to this lifestyle, but this is not organic for the Brat. And I truly believe that and I'm not wishing it on their relationship at all, but if they happen to not make it for the long haul and break up, I really do not feel like the Brat is going to be as public as she is right now. I don't think she'll continue to be that public. I think she's going to go back to the 90s way of artistry. You see me at my concerts. You'll see me on IG Live when I'm promoting a concert. You'll see me on IG Live when I'm promoting a TV show I'm about to be on, but you're not finna see me making cereal every morning. Like, I believe she's gonna go back to that. And where they might have problems is Judy gonna want to keep that baby, because you know they'll be sharing custody most likely. Judy gonna want to keep that baby on camera for clicks and views, and the Brat gonna be wanting to pull that back. Like, well, we don't live together now. I ain't got to do what you want to do. It's gonna be a struggle. In my opinion, the Brat always seemed more into their relationship than Judy. I can see that. I feel like the Brat loves the love of the relationship, the idea of the relationship, and the relationship itself. I believe Judy loves the idea of what comes with the relationship, the fame, the fortune. The truth is, without the Brat, I and some of you would not even know who the hell Judy was. I learned about Judy through the Brat. The Brat is the legend. The Brat is the artist. Judy is internet influencer / makeup entrepreneur, or health and beauty, whatever you want to call it, entrepreneur. The Brat rolls her star. Now, yes, she had followers, but she wasn't. There's a difference between content creator, social media influencer, and celebrity. There is a difference. Judy, because of the Brat, got to cross over into celebrity status to some degree. More like D, C list, but she's now technically in celebrity status. Only because of the Brat. Let's keep it real. I thought Judy was trying to buy the Brat. Yeah, I will say that too. In the very beginning, I did also think the gifts were, still are, I guess, to some degree. The last gift I remember seeing, and I don't follow them like that, so I probably have missed a ton, but the last gift I remember seeing her gift, Judy gift to Brat, was, I think, a Tesla as a push present after she had their son. But you know, the Bentley truck, the jewelry, the whatever else, the extravagant parties and all of that, it did seem. But I also believe Judy does it for the clicks and views. So yes, I believe on some level she was trying to buy her, but I also believe the promotion piece of it. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more of the live comments and then we're getting on out of here. Not the wicker broom, Lord VellB. Yeah. Right, a piece of cardboard. Yeah, it could also be a piece of cardboard that'd be your dustpan. You said the yellow pages. Now you must be talking about the cover, the front or the back cover of the yellow pages. We probably did that when we were about to throw the yellow pages away, but we never. Now, see, we wasn't hood. We ain't have our yellow pages. See, some of y'all like, yellow page? What's a yellow page? It's not literally one piece of yellow piece of paper. It was a book, thick, heavy, thick and solid. We would get them once, was it a couple times a year? Every quarter? I can't remember. A couple times a year, whatever. We would get a big old book, and it was called a phone book, and we also called it yellow pages. And it probably was 3,000 pages. And it would have people's phone numbers in it, like everybody. Everybody got doxxed. Everybody's so offended about being doxxed. It used to be a book with everybody's phone numbers. Didn't it sometimes have addresses, y'all? I can't remember. I feel like it used to have addresses in it too. But anyway, you just go through the yellow pages and you look up, you're looking for VellB, you go to the B's, and then you look for Vell, and you see my phone number. And I think the address was there. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so we get those, and some people, you go to their house and those covers would be ripped off, the front and back cover, and you just see the raw pages. That's sloppy. That's hood. That's ghetto. We didn't do that. We always kept our phone books, the front and the back cover. And then we would when we get a new one now, we might use it as a dustpan. But yes, those pennyhole cardboard inserts came in handy as a dustpan. Yeah, absolutely. I ain't gotta make it up. Anything could become. Yeah, that's true. Anything could become. But the best dustpans were the album covers. They absolutely were the best. They very, very solid, sturdy, but you could also bend them a little bit and cup them after you get the dust in there. You could cup them a little bit. And then they were flat enough on the edge. You always had to have it on the edge where you slid the album in, like where it opened at, because that's where it was thinner. Around the other edges, it was a little thicker. But if you put it on the opening end, it was almost solidly flat with the floor, and you can get all that dust up on there. They still have the wicker brooms. Yeah, I do see them, but I don't like them no more. I like my good vinyl plastic ones. Yes, Vell coffee. Oh yeah, the coffee penny. But I think my mama did jet black. I think she did jet black. Not you trying to recall the color. I just did it again. Mama Jet Black Carson. Oh, your mama was fancy. Sugar Spice. Let me know you trying to tell me y'all had money? Carson, period. Scott. What? I don't even think I went in that store till I was an adult. No, my mama got hers from the corner store. Maybe sometimes Walgreens. We ain't had CVS back then. It was just Walgreens. Yeah, that's fancy. I think my mama paid about $1.50, maybe $2. I don't know how much they was back then. Your mom was probably paying $3 to $4. Woo, you was fancy. Yep, drawing on the cardboard inserts during church service. Absolutely. Oh my God, simple things in life. I ain't had no Nintendo Switch and all that stuff. Better sit there with my ink pen and hope it don't dry up. Oh, and let somebody have a red pen or something, not just a black or blue. Woo, I thought that was a fun time. Or you luck up and somebody gave you both a blue and a black ink pen. Oh, got all kind of creative. That's how my kids gonna grow up. They're gonna get pantyhose cardboard. Don't put that game down and get this cardboard and get creative. Anyway, with that, we have hit the 2-hour mark. I want to definitely preserve some energy so we can come back fresh tomorrow with some new topics. Thank you for everyone who liked without me thinking to remind you to like. If you haven't as of yet, please hit that like button, whether you are watching live or watching a replay. It is free to you, but it is invaluable to me and the growth of this channel. Thank you to all of my moderators on the front end, Shanice, Alice Blessed Child of God, Don Smart. I think I saw Donna Hammond, and whoever else I may be missing. Charge it to my head and my eyes and not my heart. Greatly appreciate y'all. But with that, I will see y'all tomorrow. The plan is 8:15 Central, but make sure you're following me on our platform so that you'll see the notification just in case I have to change our time or adjust it at all. With that, y'all have a great night. Until the next video, make sure to take care and be blessed.